Alright, so apparently I'm meant to be doing a video on bias effects, so I'm going to do that. Let's get over here. So I'm just going to go over how it runs and just how to set it up really. So I've got my door here, so my workstation. So this is the Door Reaper, free to use sort of thing. You should pay for the license. Well, I should anyway. You could use something like Audacity, I would think. And I've got an interface which I've got a cable going out from my guitar into the input of the interface, and I've also got an output, so in this case it's going to my speakers. It can also go out to your headphones, which is what I normally have these for. And yeah, and then you've got a USB cable that just goes into my computer as seen there. That's pretty much all you need here. So if I start a new project, I'm going to start a new project. So I'll just start a brand new project. If it wants to let me do that. No, it's not going to let me do that for some reason. No, I don't want to save that. Okay, so I'll start a brand new project. Okay, so I'm going to insert a new track. Now the idea with the interface is that it will take your guitar signal, and obviously it's like a microphone. And with the speakers attached, I can just hear what I'm playing. Nice and simple. Alright, so under Reaper, what you need to do, you need to try and, well, when you install your plugin, you need to find the place that you installed your plugin into, because it's installed as a certain file. So what you do, you go from here into preferences. There'll be a equivalent in whatever interface you use, whatever workstation you use, and you come up with some options. So these are just connection options for my interface, but we're not going to worry about that. We're going to go to here, so VST. So VST plugin path. This is where all the VSTs are found. So in my case, I've got quite a few plugins, just various places in my computer, and it's found those. I'm just going to rescan it. Just let it rescan it. And it's rescan, so there. So the idea being that this here can be, can have effects added to it. So if I, heck, where is that record button? Right, if I record, will that focus? Okay. What I need to do is arm a track, so I'm just going to arm a track. And I'm just going to record something, so. Whoops, wrong one. Try that. See whether that'll do anything. Just make sure it's done something. But it hasn't for some weird reason. I don't know why. No. This is why you always check what your interface is doing, because sometimes it likes to be a little bitch. Like this. So yeah, I should be using the second input. Right. So that's equivalently done nothing. So I have to do that all over again. So if I just record. You can see how it's, yeah, okay, so it's recorded. Super simple. And then what you'll find is that there's an effects button here. So yeah, I just bring this up and boom, I have all these plugins. So if I just open up bias effects, for example, works all right. Now if I do that and then if I play this, pretty easy. Now if I change the amp, I'm going to change the amp because that's way too loud. Let's change that to something like this now. See how this goes. Pretty simple setup. I mean, bias effects literally it's pretty user friendly. You pretty much just drag and drop things. There's a few parameters. You don't really need to play with too many of them, I guess. I mean, I think bias effects in terms of the heads doesn't really have that much sort of customization, which is fine because you don't really need it on this. I find this is more useful for us as a standalone app. standalone sort of plugin. And what I have found is that if you're not quite getting the right sound, you can bypass the cab, and then what I'm going to do is add another effect. And I get another thing called Lee Cab too. Now what this is a impulse loader. So I'm just going to open this up. What I've got here are some impulse responses. So it's a file with sort of, you could say, information about how a cab responds to a signal from a head. So if I put this in, it will turn out different. And if I change that to another one, technically it should be different. I might change that to another cab. Try that. Yeah, you can hear the difference there. So that's the way that works. I would say use that if you're not quite getting the right sound out of it. What else is there? And yeah, you can actually use it like an amp. So if I turn on monitor recording now, you can hear me strumming, and it's playing in real time. So long your computer can actually handle it, it generally will hold time pretty well. So like, I haven't noticed any significant latency issues, and if you've got a modern interface, I think it's alright. So there's that. And you can actually output it, so it can go into an amp or speaker of some sort. I mean, I'm literally using this through my speakers or my headphones. But if I wanted to, I could stick it through an actual amp and use it that way. But yeah, so hope that works.